the infamous case of Susan Smith. In October 1994, Susan Smith appeared on national television, tearfully pleading for the return of her two young sons. She claimed that a black man had carjacked her vehicle with her children, Michael, 3, and Alexander, 14 months, still inside. However, the horrifying truth later emerged. Susan Smith had deliberately let her car roll into John D. Long Lake, drowning her two sons strapped in their car seats. The disappearance and the search. On October 25, 1994, Susan Smith called the police in Union, South Carolina, reporting that a black man had hijacked her car with her children in it. This prompted a massive search and nationwide media coverage. For 9 agonizing days, Smith maintained her fabricated story, making emotional appeals on television. The case captivated the nation, dominating news cycles. The chilling confession. Smith's story began to unravel as inconsistencies in her account surfaced. Eventually, under intense scrutiny, she confessed to the crime. Smith admitted that she had driven her car to John D. Long Lake and allowed it to roll into the water with her sons trapped inside. Her motive, as prosecutors argued, was to clear the way for a relationship with a wealthy man who did not want children. The trial and sentencing Susan Smith was charged with 2 counts of murder. During the trial, her defense argued that she suffered from severe depression and had a psychotic break. They also highlighted her troubled past, including sexual abuse by her stepfather. Despite these arguments, Smith was found guilty. However, instead of the death penalty, she was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Life in prison and upcoming parole. Since her incarceration, Susan Smith has faced numerous disciplinary issues, including drug use and inappropriate relationships with prison guards. Despite these infractions, she has avoided major trouble since 2015. As she approaches her parole eligibility in 2024, there is significant debate about whether she should be released. Prosecutors and many in the public remain skeptical of her rehabilitation. Reflections on the case. Tommy Pope, the prosecutor who put Smith in prison, has shared his insights into the case. He recalls the profound impact of discovering the boys' bodies and the emotional testimony of their father, David Smith. Pope maintains that Smith's actions were calculated and self-serving, arguing that her behavior in prison further demonstrates her lack of remorse and continued self-centeredness. The case of Susan Smith remains a haunting reminder of the potential for hidden darkness behind seemingly ordinary facades. It underscores the importance of